Today is Thursday, December 13th, and I am 18 weeks, 1 day pregnant. And my symptoms for this week have been a little bit different. The only one that's the same is that I broke out again into a rash after I was around dogs. And I have never been allergic to dogs. I've been allergic to cats my whole life, but never dogs. And so it's really, really weird, and I don't know. And it's always on my neck. Of all the places on my body that could be, of course it's on my neck, like where everyone sees all the time. So you can't really see it because I put concealer on it this morning because I had a midwife appointment. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as the first time, but it definitely, I think it is the dogs for sure. The only two other symptoms that I've been having, I've been complaining the past few vlogs that I'm not showing at all. Well, in the morning, whenever I wake up, and I think I might have mentioned this last time, but this week especially, whenever I wake up and I have a full bladder, like, I have like a little belly, and it's so exciting. Like, I actually like took a picture of it, and then, after I go pee, it goes away. So, but I do think that that is a good indication that I am definitely going to pop soon, which is really exciting because I'm almost halfway done and I have like no belly. It's not fair. And then the most exciting part is I am almost positive that I felt the baby move for the first time. So I was like laying in bed on, I think it was Monday night, and I felt it felt like a little bubble popped, and it was right where my uterus is. And then I felt it again yesterday, Wednesday, and so I'm pretty sure that that was the baby. My midwife is like, probably that's what it feels like, because literally it feels like a little tap, and that's it. So, and she's like, well, it's hard to distinguish between gas and the baby, but I mean, I've had gas pains during this pregnancy, and this was not where they normally are. I mean, this was like, where my uterus is. So that was really, really exciting. I don't feel it every day, obviously, but hopefully I'll start feeling it more and more. And then my cravings, I've been craving like really bad stuff, like cookies and fair food, like elephant ears, all that kind of stuff. And I've also been craving Japanese food. And now we have a Japanese restaurant near us that they cook in front of you. It's not one of the chain restaurants or anything. It's like a little small town Japanese restaurant, and they have this stuff that they put on their shrimp, and it's made out of egg yolk, and I've been craving that. And obviously I can't have it because it's made out of egg yolk that's not cooked. So, and I know that's really terrible for you, I think, even whenever you're not pregnant, but oh, it is so, so good. So definitely after I have the baby, I'm forcing Bob to take me to that place, and I'm like gonna gorge myself on all the stuff that I couldn't have while I was pregnant, but I craved. And the cookie baking this past weekend went really, really well. I must have probably eaten probably a dozen cookies throughout the day. I like cookies out of the oven. I don't really care for like cookies that have been cooled down. I guess that's good, because if I did like those, then oh my gosh, I'd be in so much trouble. But so yeah, like I was baking, and then like, I would eat a couple of cookies. Oh, it was so good. There is nothing like giving into your pregnancy cravings. I think I've said that before, but it's just so good. So I guess other stuff for this week, obviously I'm not really growing that much yet, but I'm starting to take precautionary measures for like stretch marks and stuff. I know a lot of that is genetic. My mom, I'm the middle of 3 girls. My mom had you know, 3 natural labors. She didn't get any stretch marks, so hopefully that will happen with me. I think my sister has some stretch marks, but I'm not sure about that. I don't know. But anyway, I'm taking measures, and I got this at Target. It's the Burt's Bees Mama Bee body oil, and this was only like $7 or $8 at Target. I think they sell it at like Walmart, and well, where we live, we have Meijer. We live in the Midwest. So this stuff smells so good. I mean, oh, it smells like a lemon head. And like every time I put it on, I crave like that kind of candy. And I don't really crave that. I don't like that kind of candy normally, but this stuff smells so good. And so since it's cheap, I am like really, really liberal with it. I do it like from above my boobs to kind of like below, like where like my hips are. You know, like how like if you get like just growing stretch marks, you know, like whenever you're growing as a kid. I know a lot of my friends, I think Bob might even have some from growing. He's really, really tall though. So, but I'm kind of like putting it on my hips and on my butt and on my back and everything, and obviously my stomach and my boobs, because my boobs are out of control. I have always been larger chested, but oh my gosh, I cannot imagine what my boobs are going to be like whenever I am breastfeeding. That terrifies me. Like, I'm going to choke to death on my own boobs. So, yeah, maybe that's TMI. I'm sorry. But, and also for stretch marks, I'm so excited about this. Like, I've been wanting this ever since I found out I got pregnant. Obviously, I'm not, big yet, but I got some products from Mama Mio, and I have just heard like really, really good things about this. The reviews on these things are just amazing. This is actually it's called the BBB kit. It says Bodacious, Bountiful, and Bouncy, or Boobs, Bellies, and Bottoms. How cute is that? So it comes with 3 different products. The first one is the Omega Wonderful Balm. Now this stuff isn't necessarily for pregnancy, but I hear this is a really, really intense moisturizer. So like if I wash my hands a lot anyway, so my hands get really, really dry, and I use like the Neutrogena Norwegian cream like at night. But I hear like for burns, for cuts, you can even use this like on your lips or on your face, like if if your skin gets really dried out. And it's getting pretty cold here, so, obviously if any of you ever live in a climate where it's snowing and cold, your skin just is completely depleted of hydration. So that will be pretty good. And then it comes with the Boob Tube Bust and Neck Firmer, and you're supposed to apply this like from just below your boobs to like up to your neck. And it's supposed to like firm everything up and make it more, not tighten it, but just make it so your boobs don't sag after you are nursing, and like your boobs are like kind of expanding and then contracting after your baby feeds and everything. So, and during pregnancy, obviously your boobs get bigger. So, and then the next one is, I think what I'm most excited about, obviously. This is the Mama Mio Tummy Rub Stretch Mark Oil. The light is kind of weird. And this has a kind of citrusy scent too. It's not lemon smell, but it smells like citrus. And maybe like citrus and herb, or citrus and like a type of flower or something. It's just a really mild, pleasant smell. And so this retails for like $8, and you have to pay $35 for this, like if you order it alone. But I got an amazing deal on Amazon.com for this kit. Normally all 3 of these products if you buy them separately, it's like $106, I think. I got this kit for $63. So I told Bob, I'm like, oh my gosh, the kit is 63 bucks. He's like, get it now. Because, you know, who's not about saving money? So I am going to, once I actually start growing, I'm going to start using the more expensive stuff, because I hear that stuff is like a miracle in a bottle. And they do have a tummy rub butter, like a lotion, that I think I'd probably prefer. Like, I'm not one to use like baby oil or anything like that on my skin normally. So I think I might prefer the butter. So that's what I'll get next. If I like the products. If I don't like the products, whatever. I mean, you know, I spent the money, I'll take the loss on it. But I hear that stuff is amazing. So, and I think the last thing we're going to talk about is my midwife appointment today. Bob and I went in the morning, and so far I've gained a total of 3 pounds total, and I'm 18 weeks. And so I was kind of worried about that. I didn't know if she would scold me for not gaining enough weight, but she says, you know, no, it's fine, you know, just keep getting your calories in and don't overdo it when you work out. So, but she's like, but keep working out. It really helps your endurance during labor. So that's good. And then we heard the heartbeat again, obviously. The baby was moving so much. Like, she couldn't even count for 15 seconds to get like an accurate heartbeat, because the baby was just moving so much. So she's like, oh, you're in trouble. Like, you're going to have an active little kid. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So I don't know. I have no clue. I have no feeling whether it's a boy or a girl or not. So I don't know. It's kind of exciting, but I thought that I'd have at least some kind of feeling on what I think it is. At most everyone thinks it's a boy. My dad and my sister-in-law think it's a girl. Those are the only 2 people that think it's a girl. So, and then the main thing that my takeaway from my midwife appointment today, I'm sorry, I'm playing with my hair a lot, I'll stop, was I asked her, there's another midwife at her practice, and like they work together. There's an OB there too, obviously. But I asked her, I'm like, what's the likelihood that you are going to be attending my birth? And she's like, well, you know, we split call half and half. And I'm like, okay, so should I start scheduling appointments with the other midwife as well? And she's like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm like, well, like, that would have been nice to know, you know. Good thing I asked that. So, because some of our friends have had her and say that she's missed some births. And so that kind of scared me or freaked me out a little bit. But, you know, like, the other midwife is just as qualified as she is. I'm sure she's, you know, a lovely person. So the next appointment we have is going to be mid-January for my 22-week checkup. And also, we were going to have an ultrasound the Friday before that. So I'm going to see her that time, and then the next time I'm going to try to schedule with the other midwife and kind of alternate, you know, between the midwives, because I want to know the person that is attending my birth. So, you know, I don't want her to provide all my prenatal care and then have a complete stranger walk in my room just because my midwife wasn't on call that day. So I'm really glad that I asked about that. And so now Bob and I are trying to think about whether or not we want to have someone else in the room. I might look into hiring a doula. I'm not sure if I would. I never thought of myself as the kind of person that would have a doula. But I'm going to look into that actually. But they're an out-of-pocket expense. So, I don't know. Well, I guess that's it, and I will be back next week for my 19-week update, and I hope you guys have a really good week. Bye.